to the process for a second because I'm curious about this. The House passes its version, the Senate passes its version, then it goes to a conference committee, correct?
That's right.
To work out the differences.
That's right.
You believe that the abortion language will be stripped out that prohibits women from...
Let me make it clear that we worked very closely with the anti-choice or pro-life members to craft legislation that maintains the status quo and says that not a penny of federal dollars or public dollars will go toward abortion. Turns out in the end that that wasn't enough, and the amendment that passed says that even with private money, with your own money, middle-class women couldn't purchase in the new health care exchange reproductive health services, abortion services.
So that's one of the sticking points. Immigrants, undocumented immigrants, and the question of whether they could pay for some of the exchange-offered insurance. Could there be a compromise on that?
I think it's very difficult to compromise on that. And one of the weaknesses of Nancy Pelosi's legislation was that there isn't a vibrant verification process, no photo ID, for example. Those are some of the things that I think the Senate is going to be taking up and wrestling through, notwithstanding the Hyde Amendment language and a whole host of other things. But that's why you've got two chambers to wrestle with these things, and we'll be back having this conversation again, I think, in months ahead.
Let me just say on the immigrant front, and of course Chicago and Illinois is a pretty immigrant-friendly place. What we're saying is that people who aren't documented, they can't buy with their own money a health insurance policy. So what happens? They go to the emergency room where they can't be turned down. They go when they're sicker, and who pays for it? Taxpayers pay for it. I think we ought to require everyone to buy insurance so that the taxpayers aren't on the hook. It makes no sense.